Hey, good morning. Yolanda Postel here. I am out here on this beautiful 46-degree morning, and I have to laugh to myself sometimes for saying that because I never thought in my life that I would be out here saying that 46 degrees was nice. But hey, you move to another state and eventually you adjust to whatever is going on, and it is what it is. But I wanted to talk to the parents of adult children, and this is really tailored to believers that have adult children, and you are praying and believing God to intervene on behalf of your child. And I think that that could be one of the most difficult things to see and witness as a parent, your child going through something that you can do nothing about. And it's not that you don't have faith in God, because you do. And it's not that you don't think God could do it, because you know that He can. But it doesn't make it easy to watch. And of course, of course, as a parent, you want to do everything you can. But there does come a point where you have to let go and just let God do what He has to do. And I think it's probably easier for dads, but sometimes it's a little harder for moms to really let go. But when we let go, it puts God in a position to do what He couldn't do. Because when we're in the middle, we are literally interrupting the process of God. When we are trying to constantly save our child and constantly trying to do things to make the situation better, we are hindering their ability to learn from what they're going through. And again, we don't want to get in the way of what God's doing, because we don't want to set ourselves up in our child's life as God, because hey, God is God and He's in control, and we've got to let Him do what we know He can do. And when we get in the way, you don't know what can happen if you just step to the side. So I would say in this season, and I'm talking, this is really just as much encouragement to me as it is to you. Just know it's okay to let go and trust in the Lord with all your heart, right? Proverbs 3:5. And lean not to your own understanding. And know that God answers, He hears us. And then there's Proverbs 11:21. Hand in hand, the wicked will not go unpunished, but the posterity of the righteous shall be delivered. And I think the New King James Version says the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. And then there is Isaiah 54, I believe, where it says, your children shall be taught by the Lord, and great shall be the peace of your children. And we have a God that keeps covenant, meaning He keeps His agreements, He keeps His contract, He keeps His word. And He said His word will not return void, meaning whatever God speaks in His word, it will be fulfilled. And so as believers, we are to pray. We are to speak the word over the situation that we are dealing with or that our family's dealing with, and then trust God will bring it to pass. We are also to fast and pray, um, you know, to help ourselves in our belief and what we are dealing with internally. So God has not given up on your child. God's hand is still in the situation. And I pray that you will just let go and let God do what He's got to do. I know you're concerned about what's going to happen to your child. Can your child make it? But at a certain point, there's only so much you can do when they're an adult. And you have to let God step in. I think that's the most important thing, letting God step in. I mean, I've been guilty of it, trying to help fix. And I think it's just something women internally in us, we just want to fix things and make things better. But there are some things we can't fix. There are some things that God has to fix, that God must do. And I think think about back when I was out there, when I was younger, and I didn't I just wanted to be disobedient. And eventually the Holy Spirit came and knocked on the door of my heart, and I had to yield and say, okay, God, whatever you want for my life. But I had to learn my lessons and go through my trials and tribulations before I came to that point. And so your child has to have their own experience with God, and they have to develop their own relationship with God, and they have to know that He is the true and living God, that Jesus is Lord, and that the Holy Spirit is real and is moving in this earth, and that God um, is a faithful God and He is true to His word. So again, I just wanted to hop on here and encourage parents, and don't stop praying. Don't allow fear to take over, because God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And just know that God's hand is on your child. Just continue to pray, continue to seek God's face, continue to speak the word over your child, the situation and what they're dealing with and what you're going through, and leave it in God's hands. And just know it will be okay. And that's really all I wanted to say. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click the button to subscribe so you can receive updates from me. But again, don't lose faith. Keep praying for your children. They're in God's hands.